Good morning, everyone. I'd like to call to order our February 20th McLeod County Board meeting. We will now stand for our Pledge of Allegiance. After we are done with the Pledge of Allegiance, I'd ask that we continue standing to give a moment of silence to remember the 2 police officers and a paramedic that lost their lives this weekend in the line of duty, as well as those injured. Our thoughts and prayers are with those families, their department, and all of those involved in law enforcement and public safety.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. We begin with our consideration of agenda items. I believe we have one item to add.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would like to add item G under administration, just simply board recognition, no action needed.
Okay. We have one addition. Anything else?
Move agenda, Mr. Chair, as with the added item.
Okay.
Second.
Motion by Schmaltz, second by Luthens to approve today's agenda items with one addition. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consent agenda.
No changes, Mr. Chair.
Second.
We have a motion by Nagel, a second by Luthens to approve today's consent agenda. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We'll call Kevin Matthews up, Sheriff's Office.
Good
Morning.
Is this on? There we go. Good morning. I'm here to seek permission to donate some used armor radios that we had. As with the acquisition we got last year, we have 400 plus radios and extra accessories, chargers, and those sort of things that we no longer need. So what we're going to do is, after this meeting, if it's approved, I'm going to contact the Fire Marshal's office. They're going to send a email to the rural fire departments across Minnesota and seek permission. There's a lot of fire departments that currently do not have very good armor coverage. I did also hear from one a tactical team in southwest Minnesota that doesn't have very good communication, so this would be a lot of great communications for them as well. So have fielded some questions. The numbers that are included in the packet are approximate, so those could change. I know we're still waiting on some that are currently being used yet that we have to wipe the programming from, and then we also have some others that are getting programmed, or the programming wiped from Alpha Wireless due to kind of some technology reasons. So those numbers in this list are approximate. So.
Sounds like a very good use of them. County Attorney's Office, is there any extras that need to be done because it's public property as far as itemizing this, or this is good enough?
This should suffice if the board approves.
Okay. Motion or questions, anyone? We have a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion by Nagel, a second by Schmaltz to consider approving the donation of our used armor radios, chargers, and accessories to agencies across Minnesota that can use them. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Employee relations.
Good morning.
Morning.
I have 4 items this morning. Item A is consider approving a request reviewed by the Personnel Committee to add 1 certified assessor, social worker for long-term services and support position. within Health and Human Services. This addition was planned and budgeted for in 2024 and is based on an increased caseload. But we did want to bring this to the board this morning to let you know of this addition, although again, it has been budgeted for in the current budget.
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead.
part of my report today was Personnel Committee work, but I think it's going to get covered here pretty much in all of these items, which is fine with me. But again, it has been vetted through the Personnel Committee. It was also vetted through the Budget Committee, which we've asked to do for additional positions at year end. So I appreciate that. With that, I'll move to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, motion by Nagel, second by Schmaltz to approve the long-term services support position. Is there any further discussion?
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead.
Commissioner Nagel.
Yep.
I just seen the phrase county assessor, so how much work? I didn't think we were going to be hiring anybody for a county assessor's department.
No, Daryl, it's a different department, different title. It's Barrett, if you want to come up, or Hannah, however you want to answer this, but it's in the Health and Human Services Department. It's not part of the assessor's office, correct?
So it's assessor doing it in their department.
Yes.
Correct.
Well,
Yep.
a different
Yep.
kind, a different kind of assessor.
Thank you.
Any further discussion? Okay, seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Item B is consider approving a request reviewed by the Personnel Committee to add one full-time building service maintenance engineer 2. Currently, within the building services team unit, there is an open part-time position. This would be an increase of a part-time position, and right now we currently have our staff are maintenance 1s. A maintenance 2 would allow us to have someone with a little bit more skill set to address maybe more mechanical items on our within our building maintenance team. There are obviously some things we always have to outsource. We're looking to do some of that more in-house. It also will give some flexibility within scheduling within the building maintenance unit. So this, I should just reiterate, this was not budgeted for in 2024. This may be a slight budget increase. However, with staffing within that team, we do believe it should be absorbed in 24, and of course, we would plan for that moving forward.
Mr. Chair. Also, an item that was vetted and went through, it's more of a, to oversimplify it, it's a long-term planning type of move. Hannah did a nice job of explaining it, but one that we'd spent quite a bit of time on also.
Okay, questions or action items, anyone?
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, motion by Nagel, second by Schmaltz to approve one full-time building services maintenance engineer 2. Any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Item C is consider approving a request to, reviewed by Personnel Committee to add one summer GIS worker in 2024. This position was planned and budgeted for due to a unique 911 sign replacement project that's happening this summer. And Public Works Department will be conducting in 2024. We always, in our budget, there has been just one of these positions. Again, this was budgeted to have 2 for this summer in 2024.
Thank you, Hannah. Move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion by Nagel and a second by Schmaltz to consider approving to add one summer GIS worker position. Any further discussion?
Mr. Chair.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and with the address signs being replaced in McLeod County, I thought this was an important one that we approve. And it's summer. It is, well, I suppose it's full-time temporary, but I think it's necessary, and I'll vote for the motion as requested.
Okay. Thank you. Any other comments? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. My last item is item D. Consider approving a request reviewed by the Personnel Committee to add one social worker, disability waiver case manager to the Health and Human Services Department. Again, this addition was planned and budgeted for in 2024 and was due to an increased caseload.
Move to approve, Mr. Chair.
Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion by Nagel, second by Schmaltz to consider approving the social worker disability case waiver manager position. Any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, Public Works.
Good morning.
Morning.
Consider approving the proposal from Chosen Valley Testing, Inc. to perform special inspections and construction material testing for the Fairgrounds building project at a cost not to exceed $6,000 with funds from the COVID county relief budget and designated for capital assets budget. The Fairgrounds building project requires inspections, construction materials testing. Included in the proposals are excavation observations to look for any poor soil foundations, compaction testing, reinforcing steel observations, concrete testing, post-install bunker observation, testing, and project management coordination reports. Proposal received from Chosen Valley Testing, American Engineering Testing, unknown site visits, testing and inspection service. It all depends on what the construction press is, how the tractors attack the project. The proposals were compared on a unit rate basis, and Chosen Valley Testing provided more favorable rates. These costs were included in the building budget that was approved on January 16th. So this is just formalizing a contract with Chosen Valley.
Okay,
Mr. Chair?
go ahead.
And a question for you, Andrew. Did I hear you say you kind of are going this direction because of the unit prices on the services that the testing companies are providing?
Correct. Chosen Valley, with their proposal, they proposed the ideal scenario, the minimum number of tests that would be needed. American Engineering Testing proposed more of a likely scenario. So using just bottom dollars isn't apples to apples because it's on a cost basis or a use basis. But Chosen Valley had quite a bit lower unit rates on their testing and inspection.
Thanks, Andrew. And Mr. Chair, the reason I asked that is because of the big difference in the quotes as a whole. But being you broke it down into units, I think then that explains it for me a little better. And I would move the request to use Chosen Valley Testing for materials testing at the fairgrounds.
Okay,
Second.
we have a motion by Schmall, second by Luthens to consider approving Chosen Valley Testing at a not to exceed $6,000. Any further discussion? Seeing none, will proceed to vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving to county administration. Mr. Nagel, you have your meetings ready to go?
Yep, I can go through it. Personnel committee items, I don't know if it was all in the last 2 weeks, they kind of start to blend together in different ones, but just so everybody knows, that's a constant and something we take a lot of pride in, making sure we're always looking at those, and I think we've justified that to the board over the years. Working with the SWC office regarding a culvert / ditch project, also the city of Hutchinson, spent quite a bit of time with that. And then also, Mr. Chair, thank you for the moment of silence this morning, and I would ask that any of you that do fly a flag, reminder that they are at half staff for those individuals that gave the ultimate sacrifice on Sunday.
Okay, thank you. Following a workshop after a meeting on the 6th, I had the Fairgrounds Commission meeting on the 8th. We did have our special board meeting that we had on the February 10th. On the 15th, FELA Advisory Committee met, and on the 16th, the Public Works and Integrity on a pre-construction meeting for our new building at the Fairgrounds. It looks like everything is ready to go, except for one permit we're waiting for the state. So everything is kind of waiting in limbo until that finally gets approved. And then we're here today.
Thank you, Commissioner Wright. Since our last board meeting on the 6th, we held our workshop after our board meeting. And then on Thursday, the 8th, I had CHB Joint Powers Board meeting in Hutchinson. And on the 10th, we had a special board meeting here Saturday morning. And then last week, on the 16th, Friday, Public Works Director Andrew and myself attended the Southwest Transportation Alliance meeting that was held in Norwood, Young America, Minnesota. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. For the 6th, February 6th, I was online participating that way, watching it, still out with medical. And I was able to make it to the meeting on the 10th. And that's what I have for this time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Attorney's Office. Okay, back to administration.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Item A, consider approving the sale at auction of a 2005 Dodge Sprinter van at Jeff Martin Auctioneers.
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead.
this topic was covered at our last workshop, I believe, and this is some of the moves that we're going to make. I'd move to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion by Nagel, second by Luthens to consider approving the sale of our 2005 Dodge Sprinter at Jeff Martin Auctioneers. Any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Good morning, Commissioners. Item B, consider adopting Resolution 24 CB15, authorizing the acceptance of gifts and contributions in the amount of $19,199.29 for the year ending December 31st, 2023.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Chair,
Questions? Go ahead.
I will move Resolution 24CB-15.
Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion by Schmal, second by Nagel to approve Resolution 24CB15, acceptance of gifts in the amount of $19,199.29. Any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. And item C, consider adopting Resolution 24 CB16, authorizing a temporary ditch loan of $857,700 from the general fund to the ditch fund to cover negative county and joint ditch fund balances dated December 31st, 2023.
Mr. Chair, I'll move Resolution 24CB-16.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion by Schmal, second by Luthens to adopt Resolution 24CB16, a ditch loan in the amount of $857,000 and $857,700 from the General Revenue Fund. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question?
Yep.
That 4%, is that set for,
Yeah, the 4% interest was set already in October at your joint ditch board.
some of the ditches had lower interest rates?
Yep, this is for the new loans going forward.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we have ranging from 1% up to 4%. I did want to mention too, one of these ditch loans, CD or JD18, will get reimbursed with FEMA money. That's been sent in to get reimbursed, over $800,000 for that project. So
Any further questions?
Or
Okay.
all the old ditches and their interest rates would not move. They stay the same.
correct,
This is only for now and forward.
correct, because the special assessments are put on with that interest rate.
Thank you.
So those special assessments are done over 20 years. So
Okay.
thank you.
Mr. Chair?
Yep.
I just wanted to note, since we're on the topic, that we still continue to work with AMC about how the ditch financing affects our audit report annually. We will always be dinged on that. And there's statutory requirements that make it how that occurs on our auditing report. So you will see it again, and we'll continue to try and get change at legislation if possible. Thank you.
Okay.
Item D, notification of a meeting of the Solid Waste Advisory Committee at 10 o'clock a.m. on Monday, February 26th, 2024, at the McLeod County Environmental Services Facility, 1065 Fifth Avenue Southeast, Hutchinson, Minnesota. Item E, notification of an upcoming appointment to the Buffalo Creek Watershed Board of Managers. Kevin Lindemann's current 3-year term ends on May 17, and appointments must be made at least 30 days before the term expires. The latest date the board may make that appointment is at its April 16 meeting. During recent appointments, the board has advertised the position and met with applicants. How would the board like to fill this appointment? Would you like us to follow what we've been doing?
I believe that would be the best,
Okay.
in my opinion, yeah.
Thank you. Item F, notification of board workshop following the board meeting on Tuesday, March 5th, 2024, here at the McLeod Government Center, 520 Chandler Avenue North, Glencoe, Minnesota. And then I had asked for item G to be added for board recognition. I want to recognize our board chair, Paul Wright, for 15 years of dedicated service to McLeod County. We have a plaque here for you, and we'll
Oh,
just
boy.
take a quick photo of you with us.
I get, okay.
Brian, do you want to go with them since Doug isn't here? Do you want to go with them? Oh, another guy. In between the flags, if you guys could for a second. Go over here, so we're in between the flags. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
Congratulations, Paul.
That's all I have for today. Thank you.
Thanks for the chair.
All right, well, thank you for the recognition. With that, we are at the end of our agenda for today. We'll have open forum and press relations. Is there any topics, anyone that wishes to address the board? Anything from press at all today? Okay. Seeing that no one's come forward, we're looking for a motion to recess.
Move recess.
Oh, boy, how are we
And
going to call
second.
that one?
Second.
We're trying to break the record.
Yeah, hurry up.
We'll go right down the line. We'll go motion by Schmal, second by Luthens, to recess until our next county board meeting at 9 a.m. Tuesday, March 5th at the McLeod County Boardroom. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Thank you. We'll break for a couple minutes and go into our workshop. We do not have a workshop. Very short meeting today. Thank you.
We added the one item.